So this next segment is brought to you by my friends at bubblefest.com, which is really appropriate since I'm going to be talking about Plush, and you know how I love my Danni pack with the assortment of the poly envelopes that they have. Be sure and use the code Danni when you're ordering and get a special discount, as well as saving up those bubble bucks. So love our bubble bucks. I just got my Bubble Fast order in with all of my assortment. I pre-ordered for the fall because you guys know, even if it's slow right now still, we are coming into fourth quarter and your sales will pick up and you do not want to be stuck without the right packing materials. And I use my poly white envelopes. I use my little, what are those boxes called? I forget the name of the boxes. Yeah, I use the Scotty stuffers, but I also use just the little, like they're 4x4x6. Love those for my first class items. Yeah, so I'm all stocked up and ready. Because do you know how many people are going to be putting in those last minute orders? So try to get ahead of the game so you don't overwhelm the poor Bubble Fest people too. Reverse fold. Thank you, Mom. Reverse fold boxes. Those things are awesome. Love them. Okay, so a couple of my scores. I'll start with my Staffordshire Liberty Blue Declaration of Independence turkey platter. Turkey platters, they're selling, guys, because it's right around the corner. So this one historically sells in the $200 range, $200, $225, and I had it listed for $239.95, so I was a little on the high side. But it's item number, let me give you that, 221280880309. And I've gotten a couple offers on it. I had a couple of really low offers on it. I only paid $25 for it though, so you know, you got to think in your mind, how bad do I need this money? Yeah, no, I'll hold out a little bit more. And so I held out, and I got an offer of $170. And I was with my husband while that offer came in. And he goes, "What'd you pay for it?" And I said, $25. And he goes, "Sell it." I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. I could certainly use the 170. The other thing that made it really a clincher for me was that they're in California. With me in Nevada, California, much less chance of it getting broken in the shipping. So yeah, I took it. So I was one of the lowest to sell, but all in all, you know, with the hassle factor, it's going to California. I don't have to worry about oversized, and I can probably still ship it priority, which is my preference. So yeah, the auctioneer didn't think this was anything. He was surprised that anybody bought it. I put an opening bid of $25 on it, which he was like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." You look your stuff up, do you? So, yep. Another score that I am so thankful that both of these lots sold together, because I had bought all of these David Winters cottages. I found them all at the thrift store sitting on the shelf together. It was a Savers. There they all were, and I just started loading those things in my cart. And I paid like $2 to $5 a piece, depending on the size. Some are little, some big. So I made two separate lots with kind of a mixture of the sizes. Yeah, I think you were with me, Martha, when I found those. So I put them in two separate lots. I put them on auction. They didn't sell. I put them on fixed price. And during the course of things, my former employee and my daughter were kind of cleaning up the garage, and they lumped them all together. And I thought, I had them in separate, little trays. So I thought, okay, I got to go in and I've got to separate all those. But lo and behold, somebody came along and bought both lots together, so saved me having to do that. And they all shipped out. It was a little bit of a hassle factor. I got $89.95 for one lot, $79.95 for the other lot. So what was that, about $160 all told? What are they made of? I guess they're like a resin. Oh, maybe somebody who's had these in their hand can tell. I mean, they're not. I don't think they're pottery. They're more of just a plaster. Yeah, they have kind of an odd feel to them. There's David Winters, and then there's another brand that makes a very similar one as well. Yeah, maybe like a poly resin, but they're textured. Yeah, they're textured. Oh, sorry, do you guys want one of the item numbers? It's 3606-8682-5291. There you go. You can take a look at them. They're always marked, you know, David Winters cottages with what they are. Yep, yep. Karina sells the larger ones. Yeah, there's lots of collectors for those. Lots of collectors. So I sold them all. I ended up putting them all in one box, which is kind of a labor of love, getting those all packaged up. But they went UPS. Didn't cost too much to ship. And they're all out of here. Gone. Yay. I thought I would let you guys know a few things that I've been selling over on Etsy. Etsy's been very, well, you know, consistent for me lately. I'm getting a lot of orders coming in from Etsy. Not a huge amount yet, but then I only have a couple hundred listings over there, still tweaking things. I have a VA who lives in the Philippines who works on my Etsy listings. And I actually just caught she wasn't adding some things that she needed to be. So right now I've got her going back in there and adding and tweaking some things and fixing titles and that sort of thing. Yep, yep, yep. Oh, thank you. Yes, 15 years on eBay. Yes, yes. I do keep my same ID on Etsy. Yep, Etsy, Amazon, and eBay. I am Utterly Good Stuff. I am branded that way no matter where I am marketing Utterly Good Stuff. If somebody does a Google search for Utterly Good Stuff, they're going to find all my stuff. Yep, all of it. Etsy is, get this guys, Etsy is 20 cents for a 3-month listing. So you pay 20 cents to keep something up for 3 months, and then you pay a very, very small commission when it's sold. I think it's like 3%. It's really, really little. it's kind of the no-brainer place to be if you sell antiques or vintage items. Yep. Things have got to be at least 20 years old, though. Yeah, 3.75%. It's really, really small. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Is it 4 months? Maybe it is 4 months. I thought it was 3 months. See, it's such a small charge, I just don't even pay attention. 4 months. There, even better. So it's like a nickel a month. A nickel a month. Yeah, Etsy's been really wonderful. And the beautiful thing is that I can hire an international VA who works for $2.68 an hour to put all of my vintage eBay listings over there. I really don't have to spend much time there at all, but just kind of keep an eye. Kind of keep an eye. All right. Yeah, well, you know what, Wendy, even though I have a bookkeeper, I still need to know my own business. You don't want to just carte blanche hand stuff over and not know your numbers. Got to know your numbers. Got to know what's going on. So just this last week or so, I've sold a Breyer horse for 35 bucks. That actually went international, so they paid shipping on top of that. I sold this paper mache folk art Mexican statue for 50 bucks. I sold a Murano ashtray for 80 bucks. And the list goes on. So I love it. All of a sudden I wake up and I just see an Etsy order, and Etsy does a thing with gift cards and things this time of year too. So I'm excited to see if people start using that as they promote that, and they just put the money right into my bank account, which is a beautiful thing. So Carol's saying, I find that Etsy doesn't have the traffic to sell a lot of things there, but the buyers seem willing to pay well for expensive items. You'd be surprised how the traffic, though, is picking up on Etsy. Etsy is doing some really good things. Etsy is working with Google, and they are working with Google Shopping very well. So that's very important to know. The other thing Etsy gives you is tremendous analytics. It's just like Google Analytics in your Etsy shop to see exactly where your traffic's coming from. Etsy is really, really doing things right, and I anticipate they will be just growing and being the place to go for vintage as things go along. No importing tool. They don't do any mass tools of that sort because they don't want the big sellers there. They don't want the mass marketed items there. They work really hard to keep that stuff off the site, and that's what the buyers at Etsy really appreciate. Yeah, it's more like a community. It truly is like a community. It's very social. Okay, so who wants to see what's laying around my desk? I'm still not going to get to everything. All right. So I picked up these 5 little oil paintings, and these are known as ACEOs, which somebody tell me what that stands for. I know we talked about it last week. I just know the acronym, ACEO. Little pictures, yeah. But they're little. You can see how little they are, but they sell really, really well. People love these little miniature oil paintings. Yeah. So I got them for 99 cents each. I'm going to sell them for like $25 or $30 each. So little miniature original oil paintings. I always pick those up if they're well done. In fact, my mom sells her own. Oh, Mary sold a group of them last week. Yeah, they're very popular because you can put them in small spaces. So then I found, my husband made me go thrift shopping this weekend, you guys. Just want to tell you, he made me do it. He's been singing the Pop and Tag song, you know, like for a week. I know, he's so mean. So I found these 2, they're wood, they're carved out of wood, hand painted. This one's got little metal skids on it. They're made to hang. This one was $6.99. And then I got this one that looks like the Red Baron. A little bigger, and I paid $9.99. I forgot my donation, so I didn't get a discount. So I actually paid full price at Savers. Can you believe it? But yeah, these are really cool, and they're the perfect thing this time of year when people are looking for gifts, especially for guys. And those should bring between $35 to $50. That's what I'm going to list them for. Okay, let's see. Oh, my Blendo Glass. So I got a whole bunch of these. It was so cute. We walked into Goodwill, and the Goodwill near me, they set the little end caps up, color coordinated, and this girl had just, I guess, put out all of this Blendo purple glassware, and I grabbed every single piece of it and put it in my cart, and she comes walking back. She goes, "What happened to my," and I was still standing there. She goes, "Oh, you bought it all." So I was actually going over to the shelf and going and finding some more purple stuff for her to fill in the gaps because I felt bad. But I said, no, you did your job really well because it really attracted me. So I got this and a couple of little oddball pieces and a little vanity jar and then I got 5 little glasses to go with the pitcher. So I'll probably do the pitcher and glasses, the vanity jar, and then those 2 oddball pieces separately. So 3 different lots. They had it all priced individually, but all together I paid $9 for all of it. The 3 lots I'm going to get somewhere in the range of $75 to $100 total for all of it. But purple, really popular. I wanted to let you guys know that even though 5 glasses came with this, I'm only going to list 4 with the set. Really important when you get a set of glasses, if there's either 3 or 5 or 9, leave off that oddball. People only really want to buy in even numbers. Even though you would think logically, they're thinking, oh, well, I get an extra. They don't think that way. People really hate to have that oddball piece. So you can include it when they buy it, send them the extra as a little like, oh, I found one more that I had. They will be ecstatically happy, but they really only want to pull the trigger on buying if it's an even number. I don't know, it's a psychological thing. All right. Grapes, anyone? Anybody remember these really ugly? Gary say ugly? Now, these are not glass and these are not marble. These are a hard plastic. I actually thought they were marble when I bought them, but it's all good because people love to decorate with these. They're very retro 70s, really popular. If you go look up grape cluster, vintage grape cluster, these things sell for big bucks. Now, if you find the marble or the glass ones, really big bucks, so don't pass those by. And I will tell you, I have never seen a thrift store price them high. I've always seen them priced kind of like these were at like $3, you know. So alabaster, yes, the alabaster ones, really popular. I don't know. People love those things that bring back memories. So there you go. Great. Great. Okay, hubby found me a score because we were really there looking for clothes for hubby because he has to dress up like Lex Luthor from Superman. So hey, we're looking for a black and white polka dot ascot. If anybody has one of those in your store, can you let me know? We've got to find him a black and white polka dot ascot and a 1970s vintage suit coat. They're like plaid, so big size. So I'm on the hunt. So if you have one of those, you better let me know. Okay. So this hotel, casino, is no more. They closed it down. It's done. It has been emptied out. And hubby happened to know that I'm getting ready to list my valet parking sign that I got from the Sahara Hotel. And that's going to be like my first experience with crepe, guys, because it weighs a ton. The whole bottom is cement. I actually have it out here in my driveway. I park in front of it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to price it high because I really don't want it to sell. So I am going to list my Sahara Hotel Casino valet sign. And what better to list along with it is my Sahara Hotel Casino jacket. It's, oh, I'm just knocking stuff all over my desk now. It's a big size, which is always good, and it was $20. Now, I'm wishing I had had my discount because it would have been, 20% off. But even at $20, I'm gonna put 200 on it. I'm gonna put 200 on it. See what happens. And then I'll get to the creme de la creme in a second. As I'm there in the Goodwill, on the loudspeaker, I hear, how they announce the specials of the day. All stuffed animals, 69 cents. Guess where I raced over to? So I have bags and bags of stuffed animals in here, you guys, because at 69 cents, boy, I was just grabbing and scoring. Oh, did you guys see that picture I posted on my timeline over on Facebook of my cart full? Oh yeah, I filled my cart. Filled my cart. So I picked up this cute little guy here for no other reason than he just struck me as really adorable. Watch his nose. His name is Popcorn. He is made by Play School, and he sells for about $30. So, you thought what was a joke? Don't worry, Mom. I'm not sending them all your way. Okay, and then, Disney always sells. You don't even have to look it up. If you get a big Disney plush for 69 cents or $1 or even $2, pick it up. Disney plush sells. Sell. I will probably get about 30, 35 for Nemo. There's a bigger one that sells for more. All right. Who'd have thought this guy was so amazingly popular still, but Curious George still sells for big bucks. This is about a $50 Curious George. Curious George. Anybody know who this is? Bring back any memories? It's Rocky. I mean, it's Bullwinkle from Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, I knew that. You guys were just testing me. Yeah, 69 cents for good old Bullwinkle, and he's going to sell for about 50 bucks. You guys, I'm trapping myself at my desk here. Okay, I love this guy. I don't know anything about him. I haven't looked him up yet. He is from Macy's Bullocks, and he is a big old puppet. How cute is he? I know, isn't he adorable? I'm thinking this is at least a $50 bill. Whoa. All right, one last one, just to show you what is possible out there. Who doesn't like chocolate mousse? Chocolate mousse. He's so big I can't even show him on my screen here. Here he is, chocolate mousse. So, yeah, 69 cents, guys. This was originally a Walmart plush, and you would think that that's just not worth anything, but you know what? Big old honking animals like this, people will spend money on. I'm going to get 70 or 80 bucks for him. Yep, and there is a poly bag big enough just to stuff him into. Yeah, and he'll crumple up. He's very soft and crumply, so you can smush him. I love shipping plush. Shipping plush. Oh. Okay, so some other things, just real quick, things to look out for, you guys, is things that are out of the ordinary. So how often do you see pelicans? You don't see very many pelicans, so pick up those unusual creatures or the lifelike looking creatures, okay, because those really sell too. All right, now my creme de la creme. I know I talked about this last week. I'm so excited. Here is my Tiffany style lamp, and I'm going to be very careful because I paid a lot of money for this. So you can see all hand blown. This is an Art Deco. I don't think it's Tiffany. I don't think it's Tiffany. I do think it is probably either Lotz or Quasal or one of those really good makers. It's got the feel. It's very, very quality done. It's very, very fine. I paid $350, you guys. $350? Anybody want to guess what I'm going to list it at? Any guesses? Oh, so you guys are getting to know me all too well. I'm going to list it for $2,000. I'm going to list it for $2,000. I paid $350 for it, so it's probably going to stick around here a while, which I'm perfectly fine with. It can just stay right here in my happy little home because I love it. But yeah, I was very excited when that came through the auction. Very excited. There was nothing quite as exciting today. I bought a bunch of stuff to go into FBA today at the auction. Yes, you do need some cabbage, so you can shop, shop, shop.
Who let them cows out?